The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He sets to fire deep.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Buccaneers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Coming left is Kamara. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side complete to Troutman.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 10.
Now back to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Joe Tryon. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you...
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
Extra point put through by Sucker. And the lead is up to 18 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And it's hauled in by Nick Vannett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. He's at the 40. 10. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is,
and got his man complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Brady now on first down.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have us. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A nice return that time. Gets 12 yards back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady now on first down. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. On second down, here's Fournette. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
To throw is Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down and goal. Brady. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The fourth touchdown pass in the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it here. That's taken in by Callaway. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing now is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And Brady's throw there incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw again. And Callaway taking it in left side. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and 4. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Next to score, Buccaneers 42, Saints 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They'll drop to throw.
Throw left side complete to Troutman.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 25 yards that time.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll set up to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some, as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw again. They'll get this out to Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
It certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Brady going to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally. Again, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
2nd and 9 now. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really like.
And my goodness, another interception.
Mike Edwards picks.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense will get the ball back and be touchdown. And with that, this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.